Hey, welcome to Stray Reviews. I'm Lee, and today we're going to take a look at the American Giant Journeyman sweater. Now this fine slab of fleece runs for $89. It's 60% recycled polyester and 40% cotton. And we're going to take a look today at the good, the bad, and the bottom line of the Journeyman sweater. Alright, let's start off with the good. Well, like any good sweater, the Journeyman is really warm and it's really soft and it's great to have on a cold day, especially if you're sitting around the house. What about the bad for the Journeyman sweater? Well, one of the bad things about it is that it pills. I don't know really if I've ever had a sweater pill as quickly as the Journeyman. In all fairness to American Giant, there is a spot on the product description page, if you click and open it up, that says wash it inside out to prevent pilling. However, that's information that you're not going to find unless you search for it a little bit, and it's not on the care label. So I foolishly went ahead and washed it right side out, and it pilled like crazy. The other mark in the bad column is this. Check this out. What's the deal with these shoulders? They are boxy and squared off. That just doesn't do. I am not a fan of the shoulders, of the boxiness, of how they're squared off. Yeah, in fact, it's so bad that my wife actually calls me Janeway. And so for you Star Trek fans out there, you will know that Captain Janeway is the captain on the Star Trek Voyager, and her uniform has somewhat squared shoulders. So I have become teased in my own home because of these shoulders. Lastly, once I discovered the pilling, the shoulders, and all that stuff, and I just thought, you know what, this just isn't gonna fly, I'm gonna send this back. I discovered that American Giant has changed their return policy. It is no longer any item, anytime, for any reason. Now it's you have 90 days unworn and unwashed. And so essentially, I ended up with a sweater that I would not have kept because of their return policy, and feel a little bit burned by that. So what's the bottom line on the American Giant Journeyman sweater? Well, you know what? I'm a huge fan of American Giant. They're American-made apparel. It's always great quality. It's some of my favorite stuff to wear. However, I can't recommend the Journeyman sweater. Between the pilling, the boxiness, the emasculation, I just can't recommend it. It's a great piece to wear around the house on a Saturday, but beyond that, the American Giant Journeyman sweater gets a thumbs down from me. However, my opinion is subjective, and like I said, I'm still a fan of American Giant. Would you do me a favor and just leave me a comment if you've bought a Journeyman sweater and let me know your experience with it? That would be awesome. Thank you so much for checking out this review. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you next time.